Hey everybody, Justin here for another episode of Marvel Champions. I always want to say Marvel Legendary just because it's like ingrained in my mind. Today we're trying out a new heroes. We got Kamala Khan, otherwise known as Miss Marvel. I'll be honest with you. I really like Miss Marvel. I've never read any of the comics. I don't know anything about her, but I just have always really liked her abilities in Marvel Puzzle Quest. So I'm excited to play her deck today. It seems pretty good. Her hero side is morphogenetics, response. After you play an attack, thwart, or defense event, exhaust Miss Marvel and return that event to your hand. So that's just pure card advantage. Then we got her Kamala Khan, which is Teen Spirit action. Discard cards from the top of your deck until you discard a Miss Marvel card. Then add that card to your hand. I just wanted to make sure I put a card in last night because I was like, yeah, there it is. I was looking at cards that on Champions DB. Now I got all my expansion packs in, so I have a bigger card pool to build from, which makes it a bit more exciting to build. We are doing Miss Marvel with her... with Protection, I believe, is the name of our subclass, or our identity, or our trait, or whatever. Aspect is what it's called. We are just going up against Rhino because, as I said in a previous video, I really just want to beat every... villain with every hero at least once in this series. So that is our ultimate goal. Let's do our opening hand of 6 cards. I don't really know what I'm looking for. Unlike Iron Man and Captain Marvel, I did a playtest. I have not done a playtest with Miss Marvel. So we got Strength, Counterpunch, Embiggen, which honestly seems actually pretty good here. Wiggle Room, 2 Wiggle Rooms, and Momentum Shift. Okay. So... really interesting. I think we'll keep the Strength because it allows us to play this Embiggen, which seems really good. We don't have a good way of dealing with threat right now, so I imagine we're going to stay a lot on our hero side. I think as well, like, I don't know how much prep Kamala Khan needs in comparison to someone like Iron Man, because as I said, I did not do a play test with her, so I don't really know what's what. Look at me, I'm showing you my emotion with my hands because I'm a very dramatic speaker. I think I'll keep this, but I'm going to get rid of this Counterpunch in this Wiggle Room because I think we could just get something better. We got Brother Voodoo and Get Behind Me. Okay. So just a reminder, this is our opening hand. All right, Rhino's all set up. For my first one, we'll discard cards from the top of my deck until we discard Miss Marvel card, and we got Bruno Corelli, which is exhaust him and attach 1 card from your hand face down here. Exhaust him and add up to 3 cards attached here to your hand. Honestly, that seems pretty sweet. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? We are going to spend 2 on this Strength to play Embiggen. I think Embiggen is going to be pretty good. This camera is like not straight at all, so I apologize for that. There we go, that's better. So that's them on the same plane of existence in real life, roughly. So, like, it's awful, is what we're learning today. You know what, I'm just going to pause this video and fix this camera. I think that is better. Okay. Hopefully I actually did pause the video and you not just hear me curse at my camera. That would be a little bit awkward. Okay, we are then gonna play Bruno Corelli, getting rid of this, it's not better. What is up with this camera, yo? Blows my mind. We're going to play this Bruno Corelli by using that Get Behind Me. We are going to exhaust him and attach Brother Voodoo face down here because I would like to draw him later. We're then going to switch on over to our Miss Marvel, and we're just going to not take any... we're not going to go for any... attacks here because I would actually just like to play Wiggle Room again. So let's draw our hand. We draw up to 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, so we are now at 5. And you're going to scheme. You're then going to attack us for 2, 3, 4. We will play Wiggle Room to prevent 3 of that damage and draw a card, and I'll exhaust her to put this back into my hand. So we draw a card, and that card is Big Hands. We got big hands in this game. This card here, evil card for our turn is going to be the villain schemes. So he has 1, just 1. So we're at 2 of 7. So we do need to worry about that because we don't have protection as a subclass, which means we are a little bit behind the 8-ball when it comes to that. Okay, let's see what we got here. Alrighty, Roo. We would like to play Avengers Mansion, but it's a bit too expensive, and I think what we actually need... Interesting. We're going to get rid of these cards, and we're going to play Red Dagger. Once again, I'm not too sure of the best way of going about handling Miss Marvel, but I do think this Red Dagger is going to be really clutch for us scheming, thwarting that away. I will flip into Kamala Khan, and we'll discard cards until we discard Miss Marvel card. 2 tackles, Helicarrier, 3 tackles. We got Amir Khan, which is exhaust him to place 1 card from your discard pile on the bottom of your deck, then draw 1 card. That seems actually pretty good. We'll put him into our hand. We're going to exhaust Bruno Corelli to put this Big Hands under him, just to save those for later. And I actually will spend this Wiggle Room to bring in Amir Khan as well. And we will exhaust him to place 1 card in our discard pile on the bottom of our deck. It's going to be, I'll just put Wiggle Room there. And then we'll draw a card. And the card we drew was Sneak By. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. All right, that's awesome. That solves that problem that we were worried about. Everybody will stand up. Everybody will stand up. And then we will draw 6 cards. Up to 6. 2, so 3, 5, 6. Whoa, calm down. All right, what do we got here? Preemptive Strike, Big Hands, Energy, Momentum Shift, and Genius. Okay. Not much we can do here with what we got. We're kind of just going to be at the whim of him scheming for 1, 3, so it's going to go up to 4. And then we have our evil card of the turn, which is going to be attached to Rhino. When he attacks, he gains overkill. Excess damage is dealt to an ally. At the end of this attack, discard charge. Okay. But it's now our turn. And we can do a bunch of good stuff. I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to actually use Kamala Khan's ability. We got a Helicarrier, we got big hands, yo. These hands, they're big, don't you know? For reference as well, I'm looking at getting a curtain that I can put up here, so I can not have the light coming from this side as well. When we switch to these new LED lights we're using, we've actually really felt like things have been a little bit worse in that regard. We'll use a mirror to put a card on the bottom. I think it's just going to be this Nakia Bahadir. We'll put her in there as well. And then we will draw a card. And we got Counterpunch. Okay. We have plans. We definitely have plans. We use Bruno to grab all these cards. And now our hand is loaded. So we're going to want to play a bunch of this stuff. We're not in the big hands attack mode yet, so we're actually just going to spend 1 big hands and 1 energy to play Brother Voodoo. And after it enters play, I get to search the top 5 cards of my deck for an event, add it to my hand, and then shuffle my deck. So that's armor. We got these ones. We got sneak by, get behind me, and counterpunch. It doesn't really matter because I want to. I'm just going to probably spend them for resources anyway this turn. Red Dagger does seem really good, by the way. Brother Voodoo is also really nice. Mostly just for the ability to cycle through him ad nauseum. Okay. It's time to go into hero mode. All right. Momentum shift is going to be big next turn. It's not what we want right now, but it's going to be pretty sweet. I'll use this Genius to play Sneak By to put this down to 1. I think I'm okay with just tanking the hit. It's very weird to be playing like a defensive style hero when I've been playing so many like offensive style heroes, so. We got big hands, yo. Oh, something just hurt inside of me. Okay. We're going to have to discard a card anyway. So honestly, it's going to be one of those things. We're going to spend a get behind me and a big hands to play a big hands, which will increase the damage by 2, so we can hit him for 6. We're not going to return the big hands into our deck. We're not going to do that. Okay, we'll end the turn here. So we have 3 cards in hand. I'm going to just keep them all, and then we'll draw 2. We got a power protection and a momentum shift. The power protection is going to be pretty sweet for us going forward here. Everybody will stand up. This will go to 2. He's going to attack me. I am going to defend against it. So he has 5, 6. I will use Counterpunch and add this. So we're going to deal 3 damage back to him. So he's going to go to 5. So we defend. So he has 5, 6. We're going to take 5 damage. Seems okay. And this charge is gone. And it is now Evil Card's turn. Another charge. Okay, I think we're going to be all right. We're just going to kind of like have to plan for this. So let's just look at our hand again and see what we got. We don't want to do a Rhino punch here. We don't want to actually deal with him yet. So, step 1 is we're going to play Power Protection. Use that to play for Momentum Shift. So we're going to heal 2 damage from Miss Marvel. She's going to go up to 7, and we're going to deal 2 damage to Rhino. We're going to use Red Dagger. I actually use Brother Voodoo to thwart. I'd much rather have him in my deck before Red Dagger again. And then I think we're going to flip over here. I know it's a bit strange, but we're going to attach a card from our hand. We're going to put a Momentum Shift in here. We don't need it yet, and I'd rather just save it. And we'll use a Mir Khan to place a card on the bottom. It's going to be Sneak By. And then we'll draw a card, and that card is Sneak By. I promise you I did not cheat. I promise you that, my friends. Okay. Now what do we do? We end the turn. We get to draw up to 6 cards. New cards, in addition to our Sneak By and our Preemptive Strike, are Nakia Badur, Wiggle Room, and Biokinetic Parachute. Exhaust it to generate a wild resource for an event and Avengers Mansion. Let's stand up. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to scheme. And then he is going to, sorry, the threat goes on here. He doesn't go on Rhino. He schemes for 1, just 1. That's actually really nice. His evil card is Hydra Bomb. She's going to take 2 damage or place 1 threat on the main scheme. I'm just going to take 2 damage. It's totally okay. I realize now I actually did not use Kamala Khan's ability when we transformed into her last turn. Super great, actually, what's happening here. We're totally all right with all of this. So, what is the plan? We have a lot of avenues that we can take here. I think the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to use a mirror. Place a card on the bottom. We grab a... I think we'll just grab one of these big hands. I really would like to attack and defeat some people, so we'll put that on the bottom. Then we'll draw a card. The new card we drew was Counterpunch. Cool. What's our health at? 5? We'll use our Teen Spirit ability. Preemptive Strike. Sneak by. Interesting. Okay. That charge is going to come in this turn, but I think we're going to be... I think like things are ultimately okay. I am going to use Bruno to put a card from my hand. And we're just going to like... we're going to put Avengers Mansion underneath. I think now in retrospect, like that card's really good, but like... Do we have time to play it in Miss Marvel with the way she plays? That's the ultimate question, isn't it? Red Dagger is going to thwart these away. And then Brother Voodoo, are you going to just block for me? That's the question. I will heal up to 10. Her recovery is insane. And then... we're going to play some cards. We're going to use this Sneak By to play Nakia Bahadir. We'll put her into play. This can come up there. And then we will exhaust her to reduce the net card that costs the next card, and we'll play Biokinetic Power Suit as well. We'll get that going up here. Okay. Exhaust. Heal resource means I can play it in any phase, right? It's actions that I can only do during my turn, but resources I can do anywhere. Would anyone who's watching love to let me know? Because I don't know. We're going to flip on over into our Miss Marvel side. And then honestly, we just wait. And I'm going to keep all these cards in my hand. And we're just going to draw a 5th, which is Shrink. When you play a thwart event, exhaust Shrink to increase the amount of the threat. That event removes by 2. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Villain phase. We go 1 here. He's going to attack, and my boy Brother Voodoo is going to defend. So, he has 1 health remaining. So that is 2, 3, 5, 6. 7? Yeah, so it's 7 in total. So he's going to block 1, and 6 is going to get to Mrs. Marvel. We're going to play Wiggle Room, so only 3 gets to her instead. And I will return that Wiggle Room to my hand and draw a card. We drew a Power of Protection, which is nice, but not great. Brother Voodoo is down. Rest in peace, Brother Voodoo. This charge is gone. This guy's going to attack. Miss Marvel will just take it. Unless... yeah, this Miss Marvel will just take it. She's at 6. She has 1 billion HP. And then evil card for the turn is, oh, Shadow of the Past. We do not have the Get Behind Me, so we actually get to resolve this. Okay, when reveal your set-aside Nemesis minion put into play, engage with you. Thomas Edison. Reveal your set-aside Nemesis side scheme and put it into play. Generation Y. There's 2 on here. When revealed, discard the top card of each player's deck for each ally and persona support in place. 1, 2, 3, 4. We only have 2 to discard. And then we shuffle the rest. Spicy. He cannot take damage while you are engaged with another minion. Super spicy. What a twist. He schemes for 3. That's crazy. He's a fast schemer. Okay. I think like ultimately it's fine. It's just going to kind of change things up a little bit. We really don't want him to scheme. Okay. Okay. Well, I think, like, what's the plan? Let's get our hand up there. So I think if we, like, use... I think we want to stay in our Miss Marvel phase this turn. And I think, honestly, these shrinks aren't a big enough deal. So we're going to use Red Dagger to defeat Hydro Bomber. And then when he is defeated, we spend 2 resources of different types. So we're going to grab, we're going to use this Shrink and this Counterpunch to deal 2 damage to an enemy and return dagger, Red Dagger to your hand. So we'll deal 2 damage to Mr. Thomas Edison. And then what I think we do is I think I just want to get Red Dagger out again. So even though this wiggle room is very good, we are just going to like use 1, 2, 3 to bring out Red Dagger again. We're going to have Red Dagger finish Thomas Edison off. He'll take 1 damage there. We have 6 health. I think we'll just stay here. We got an evil card because we're reshuffling our deck, but we got to draw 5 cards. Super interesting. I'm really enjoying Miss Marvel's kind of style. I just want to... It's just a bit strong. I have Iron Man in my brain, so it's just a bit different to Grok, which is super exciting. I mean, like, it's really awesome to play a character that feels so different. Okay. We got to draw 4 cards. So we got Counterpunch, Genius, Power Protection, and Wiggle Room. Okay, that's a pretty good draw. We'll have everybody stand up. And then we go to the villain phase. So this is going to go to 2. We draw 2 extra cards this turn as well, but not in that order. He's going to attack first for 2, 3, which I'm just going to use Wiggle Room. Sorry. We're just going to use Wiggle Room to prevent that damage and draw a card, and I don't think I'm going to return it. I don't think we're going to. We now will draw 3 of these cards. So the first one is Crowd Control. We cannot remove threat from the main scheme. Next up, we got when revealed, give him a tough card. He's one tough dude. And then the last one we got is False Alarm. You are confused. If you are already confused, this card gains Surge. The next time a character would thwart or scheme, discard this card instead. Well, we're not doing much thwarting or scheming with Miss Marvel, but I suppose the other ones actually would be with the cards that do that. So that is actually good to know. All right, we got a bunch of stuff happening here. Luckily, the crisis icon on this is pretty minor. We're going to use Red Dagger to just get rid of this Generation Y so we're not drawing 2 cards a turn. And I think this is going to be... I'm going to thwart. I think we just got to get rid of that. I know I said we don't really do that, but we kind of do that. We're going to save this big hands for the time being. And I think it's just time for us to... I think we actually do just have to stay as Miss Marvel one more turn, as much as I want to be able to use this. We're not going to be able to do much for our turn, but we can use this counter punch to reduce the damage. Sorry, to get rid of the tough card. And not use the Embiggen for it. And then maybe next turn we can use Red Dagger to get rid of crowd control. Maybe find something else. I think honestly on our turn though, we like discard everything. We discard everything except... Like Preemptive Strike is really good. I'll keep Preemptive Strike and we'll get rid of these 2. The cards we drew are Big Hands, Brother Voodoo, and Energy. All right, not going to say no to those. Definitely not going to say no. Everybody stands up. He is going to put 1 here. He is going to attack for 2. I will defend against it. It is 3, so 2's going to get through. I will play Counterpunch to get rid of this tough card, so it is no more. And then 2 damage gets through, putting us to 4. Okay, and then we draw our bad card, which is exhaust each persona support in play. For each exhaust this way, the villain heals 1 damage. Whoa! Thomas Edison, stop your tricks, my brother. Stop your tricks. Okay. Let's stand up. Oh, no, sorry. They're all exhausted. That's not how this game works. So that really actually changes things for what we wanted to do, which is kind of wild when you think about it. Okay. Super crazy. Super crazy. Whew, just thinking about the best course of action. So I think we're gonna Red Dagger. We're gonna Red Dagger and we're gonna pay 2 to return him to our hand. He's defeated by that, right? I'm not reading that rule wrong. We'll get rid of this crowd control and then also ping him for 2. We're going to transform into Miss Marvel and then discard cards from my deck until we discard a Miss Marvel card. What a twist. Is this ever gonna, are we ever gonna get off this ride? Oh my God. Wiggle room, there we go. We got there. We got there. I really wanted the cards that remove threat, but what can you do? What can you do, right? So I think then the correct course of action after this with this hand is we are going to play Red Dagger for 3 and then remove 2 from this. Let me look at just defeated, just so I can make sure I'm doing that right. Yeah, if a character has 0 or fewer remaining hit points, he is defeated. Yeah, no, that's fine, that's fine. Okay, this could have been worse. I am going to keep this Brother Voodoo in my hand because the card is good. Everybody stands up. Oh, we got to draw 5 cards. Are you kidding me? That's incredible. Get behind me. Big hands, tackle, momentum shift, and Avengers Mansion. No scheming abilities, but we'll get there. We'll get there. This goes here. He's going to scheme for 1. Just 1, honestly, is actually really good. He has hard to keep down. He's going to play an evil card, which is exhaust each persona support in play. All right. Thomas Edison, you're really doing it this way, huh? Okay. We'll discard cards until we reveal a Miss Marvel card. Hey, sneak by. Look at that. Okay. I really wanted to use these guys this turn. I was really hoping that that could have been a thing, but unfortunately, it wasn't. Okay. Oh, I actually could have played the... no, because I wasn't a hero. I could not have played that card. All right. Well, I think we're okay with him just clearing this out. We're going to transform into Miss Marvel because everything else is kind of not great. We'll generate a resource for an event, and then I will spend this this Get Behind Me, because the card I was most scared of is gone, to play Momentum Shift. So we'll heal 2, and he'll take 4. That's nice, that's nice. And then I think we're going to spend 3. We're going to spend 1, 2, 3. And we're going to play Tackle. Card seems great. Stun an enemy. We'll stun Rhino. If we paid for it with using a fist, he will take 3 damage. I believe he keeps his stun when he carries over, but just let me know if he doesn't. He goes and we search for Breakin' and Taken. When revealed, place an additional threat here. I should have actually have done the math and see that maybe I did not want to defeat him this turn. And then he gets 15 hit points. That's a lot of juicy hit points for sure. Yeah, that's just what we have to do here. We got to draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. That sneak by is going to be super clutch coming in here. Okay. This goes up to 2. He can't attack us, so he's going to just discard this card instead. And then we reveal 2 cards. The first card is going to be Hydra Mercenary. And Sandman is in this thing. I did not actually know that. I did not know that one bit. Okay. Okay. Crazy times for everybody. Well, I think we're just gonna spend, get a wild resource from this, and then get rid of a shrink to play Sneak By, and we'll remove 3 threat from a scheme and just get rid of Breakin' and Taken. A lot of good choices to make here. Okay. Okay, we have a plan. The plan has gotten worse. But I suppose we could go into Miss Marvel mode. We're going to thwart. Actually, no, we're going to attack and get rid of this tough card. Then we're going to switch into Kamala Khan. I'll use her ability. We got to sneak by. Look at that right off the top. Look at that. Okay, we can finally do things. Amir, my boy. We're going to put a tackle on the bottom of our deck. Then we draw a card, which is going to be Get Behind Me. We're going to use Bruno to pick these up. And we're looking at a pretty loaded hand, which is super nice. So now we can yeah, I think Helicarrier is actually kind of bad in this deck, to be honest. Which is kind of crazy to say, but like, I think I'd rather just have more stuff to play. Oh, that's a big yawn from Julie. We're going to deal 2 to him, which deals 1 to him, which I'm going to spend 2 to return him to my hand and deal 2 damage to an enemy, so we'll defeat Sandman. And then we'll reduce the cost of the next card we play by 1. And we'll bring Red Dagger back into the fray. He's incredible. Holy heck is he strong. And then I think we just we'll ping this guy for 2. And we just kind of see where we are next turn. All right, this guy's going to go here, and we're going to scheme for 1, 2. We're at 5. That's pretty high. Oh, sorry, I have to draw my hand, and we're ready, everybody. So we draw 6 cards. We're going to have a deck shuffle. So this false alarm actually should be here. We're going to just go back. We were at 3? Yeah, we're at 3. So that is actually with me. By proper order of operation. It's a long video. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. All right. He's going to now scheme for 2 still, so we're at 5. But we did just lose out on Edison's giant robot, which seems like a good thing. We get an extra card this turn. First card is False Alarm. We are confused. And then he heals 4 damage. If no damage was healed this way, this card gains Surge. This card gains Surge. Our villain deck's running out. Attach Rhino. Any amount of damage will be place it here instead. Then, if there is at least 5 damage here, we discard it. Okay. I don't want to say I feel like we're falling behind, but I feel like we're falling behind. All right. We're going to reduce the cost of the next card I play by 1. And then I'm going to use this Avengers Mansion to pay for my boy, Brother Voodoo. We gotta look at the top 5 cards for an event, which most of them are. And honestly, I think like momentum shifts are the way to go. Okay, I'm going to use these guys to kind of keep the threat down. We're going to put a card on the bottom of my deck with Amir Khan and draw a card, which is a Get Behind Me. But like right now, we just want to punch. So we're going to switch into Miss Marvel, and I'm going to have these guys just thwart. Put this down to 1. We're going to use Miss Marvel to defeat this Hydra Mercenary. And then... I don't think I've actually used this Bionic Polymer Shred. I think I just forgot to ready it. We'll use this Sneak By to pay for a Momentum Shift, increasing the damage by 2. So we heal 2, and then this takes 4. And we don't want to... Honestly, I think I might just get another Momentum Shift going and just get rid of this. So then now we can start trying to beat him up next turn. It's going to be a bit spicy, that is for sure. Everybody stands up. We get to draw 4 cards. Helicarrier, Power Protection, Counterpunch, and Tackle. Really good draws there, actually. I'm very happy with that. Threat goes up to 2. He's going to attack me for 3, 4, 5. 5 in total. Sure, 5 in total. That hurts a bit. That does hurt. It does, but that's okay. Evil card is Hydra Bomber. Choose to take 2 damage. I'll just take 2 damage. We'll go to 1. Now, I know what you're thinking, Justin. That's actually crazy. Believe you me, I'm a little bit crazy. Okay. Oh, this is a bit awkward, but I think we're going to be okay. We're going to use Red Dagger to defeat the Hydra Bomber and then attack Rhino for 2. We will return him to our hand by playing a Counterpunch and this Wild. We will then exhaust it to generate for an event. We will spend a Tackle and this Helicarrier to play a Tackle, and we spent a Fist, so that's good. I will increase the damage to 5. 1, sorry, 2, 3, 4, 5. He is stunned. Can I take damage from those effects for when I'm in my character form? Yeah, we'll just let it go. Then we're going to transform into Kamala Khan, heal 5. I actually don't know. Sorry, we should be at 6. I can do math. We're going to put a card in here. Then we're going to put a card on the bottom. It's going to be a Tackle, and we'll draw a card. Preemptive Strike is pretty sweet. Not that it'll do anything here. All right, that's that. Everybody stands up. We get to draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The big hands are going to be super clutch here. This is what we're looking at. Good hand indeed. This goes up to 3. He is going to scheme for 1, just 1. That's totally okay because I'm hoping to end it this turn. And then when revealed, discard an upgrade or support you control. If no cards are discarded this way. Okay. I think that... Sorry, that's going to deal 6. I think that Nakia can go. I think that's the one. Okay, but now it is our turn, and I think we're going to get a win here. So first step, we're going to place a card on the bottom. Hey, it'll be Nakia, why not? And then we'll draw a card. The card we drew was Preemptive Strike. Not that it really matters yet. We're going to draw 3. Well, we're going to draw the 1. We'll draw Red Dagger, which we do want to play, which we can play with these cards, sorry. A Strength and a Helicarrier. to put Red Dagger into play. I'll use Red Dagger to attack him for 2. We'll use Brother Voodoo to attack him for 1. We'll switch to our confused side. Sorry, our hero side, who is still confused. But all we need to do is play this big hands to attack for 4, 5, 6. We did it. We did it! So Kamala Khan is a lot different than Iron Man, is what I'm learning today. And actually, she might be. I might between episodes. Like, am I crazy? I just feel like you don't have time to play these cards. Maybe I'm crazy. Excuse me, maybe I'm crazy. But, because I never even at any point, like same with Helicarrier, which is in my discard pile, I suppose. Same with Helicarrier. Like, I just feel like I never had time to play them. But, like, they're so good. They just give you so much value. So maybe I just keep them in and see how it goes against a harder villain like Claw. But the being worse at getting rid of threat is definitely crazy, but I do like the protection subclass, and I liked playing with a color I haven't played before. In the next episode, Miss Marvel will be going up against Claw. We'll see how if I make any changes to the deck. Thanks for watching, everybody. If I got any glaring rules wrong, please let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. And as always, GG's.